Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here today, my name is Odds, and we are going to be discussing Jurassic World Dominion. I'm going to give you my review on this movie. Yeah, I don't know what else I was going to say there. I'm just going to give you my review on this movie. It's not going to be too long, hopefully. I don't have this planned at all. I didn't take any notes. So this is going to be interesting. I'm just going to give you my raw review of this movie. I saw it last night in Dolby at AMC, as I always do. Hashtag AMC A-list. I feel off the rails. This is the second video I filmed today, and I had a full day of work as well. So really have been doing it today. If you're new here today, I would love for you to subscribe. I do usually 2 videos a week. June, I will be doing 3. This week I did 4. So it's kind of whatever I want to be doing. I do Star Wars comics, which includes Marvel, DC, The Boys, you know, that whole shebang. Lots of nerdy stuff on here, beauty and vlogs. So stay tuned for that. If you like this video while you're watching, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. I thought I would start with the plot of this movie. I'm just gonna crack myself up this whole time. Y'all, this movie is so disappointing. They had everything going right for this. I actually preferred Fallen Kingdom to the original Jurassic World, which I know is a really controversial statement because neither are very good. But I thought Fallen Kingdom was at least like a different story than Jurassic World, which was basically a redo of Jurassic Park with some interesting changes. Now, we had this all set up. It was all great going. We're having dinosaurs in the real world. Well, I mean, they were in the real world before, but like all over the world mixed in with humanity and other animals. And we see that in the beginning. We see the effects of that. We see illegal breeders. We see Owen herding a group of hadrosaurs. We see them disrupting construction sites, just different things like that. However, this movie chooses not to focus on that aspect, but instead chooses to focus on Biosyn, which was a rival company of InGen from the first 5 of these movies. It wasn't founded by him, but current CEO Louis Dotson, who was recast because the original Dotson apparently is a child sex offender, so not good. Yikes. That's not funny. I don't know why it's not a good thing. I said yikes because it's yikes. Anyway, they choose to focus on this giant locust problem. And I hate locusts. They're so disgusting to me. Ugh, the little hairy legs. And that's when they're like this big. We had these things in Florida called lubbers, and we used to do really cruel things to them that I probably shouldn't say on camera. But I don't like locusts. They're scary, they fly, not cool. These ones are like this big, and I can't deal with that. But that being said, this is a franchise about dinosaurs, and it chose to focus on locusts. So I don't know where they thought this was a good idea. They thought they were doing something different, which is fine, but you want the whole ecological disaster sort of storyline. You could have done that with the dinosaurs. Like, the dinosaurs are obviously creating an ecological disaster, which they never touch in this movie. really at all. You think that they're going to at the beginning when the Mosasaurus attacks the shipping, the boat, the shipping thing, the boat, the ship, that's full of the crabs. Oh my god. Y'all, this movie has rotted my brain. And this week has rotted my brain. This is what happens when I film a video after work on a Friday. And I have so much to do. Powering through. Okay, so I thought it would be fun to list off every single dinosaur that is seen in this movie. Because that is one thing. If you like dinosaurs, there are a lot of different species of dinosaurs in this movie. So maybe your favorites in here. I got a few that I really enjoyed. So these are in alphabetical order. And let's go. Allosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Apatosaurus, Atrociraptor, which they learn that they have been trained to go after specific people, kind of the way that the velociraptors do they try to make the velociraptors do in Jurassic World, but that obviously goes sour. This actually kind of works. They use a laser pointer essentially to pick out the targets. And apparently they have names. Their names were Ghost, Pantera, Red, and Tiger. So pretty cool names there. A Baryonyx, a Brachiosaurus, a Carnotaurus, Compsognathus, aka Compies. I love the return of the Compies. That was great. There were a lot of little attacks. They don't get their time to shine in any of these movies. And in the books, they're what kills John Hammond. And they definitely play a bigger part. They're like the catalyst of the book. So I wish they got more to do. The Dilophosaurus, there were several. They almost get Claire. They don't. We're going to talk about that in a second. I have another complaint about this movie because I have a lot. But they do kill Dotson at the end, which is kind of great because it's the same way that Nedry died in the first one and he drops the can of shaving cream that he got originally. So apparently he got that can of shaving cream off of the island somehow. Don't know how that would have been possible, but he got that can of shaving cream with the embryos off the island somehow. So that's that. Dimetrodon, Dimorphodon, Dreadnoughts, Gallimimus, Giganotosaurus. That was the new big bad that comes after my girl Rexy. Yes, the T-Rex's name is Rexy. I found that out via this Jurassic Park wiki page. Pretty impressive. Iguanodon, famously from the Disney park ride Dinosaur. We're trying to capture an iguanodon. Lystrosaurus, Microceratus, Mosasaurus. Love the Mosasaurus. He doesn't really get much play in this. Pseudoceratops, Oviraptor. Pretty sure that's the feathered one. I think that's like the feathered raptor that comes after them when the plane crashes. Oh no, it's refreshing my page. Parasaurolophus, Pteranodon, Pyroraptor. There's a lot of raptors in this. Quetzalcoatlus, Sinoceratops, Stegosaurus, Stingomoloch, Therizinosaurus, Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus rex named Rexy, Velociraptors Blue and Beta, and then it says unidentified carcass. So yes, Blue has a baby, and they name her Beta. So cute. I cannot even, adorable. Blue is barely in this movie, which, for those who didn't like the trained raptor, she's off the deep end, so she's not really trained anymore. But she's not really in this, and I'm like, that's kind of disappointing. She's like the one thing I like from these movies. I don't like the whole training raptors thing. I think it's stupid, and I was gonna say unrealistic. This is a movie about frickin' dinosaurs. Okay? For all those who argue that the training of the raptors is unrealistic, they're freaking dinosaurs. This is a dinosaur movie. Also, in the book, the little velociraptors are docile. So if they were able to train them as little babies, then they wouldn't be so aggressive as adults. But that being said, Blue is totally aggressive in this, so, you know. But one thing I wanted to mention is a thing I really didn't like about this movie is that I didn't feel a real sense of danger. So all the characters I feel were really protected with plot armor. The plot wasn't really about the dinosaurs anyway. And I just felt that even though most of the characters in the original Jurassic Park survive, you feel a huge sense of danger for them because they just might not. And in this, you don't ever get the sense that they might not survive. You're like, yeah, they're gonna be okay the whole time. Claire comes close to death like 10 times in this movie, and she should have been killed at least one of those times. But at least once. Well, obviously, if she gets killed once, then it's game over. But y'all, I gave this movie 2.5 stars. It was fun. It was fun. I enjoyed the dinosaurs. Like, I listed off the massive list of dinosaurs that are in this movie. I really enjoyed that aspect because I'm a dino girl at heart. But plot-wise, not very good. Let's talk briefly about the return of the original cast. Except for, we get no... Tim and Lex should be in this. Like, what are they up to? They're probably just so traumatized they don't want to be a part of this. But yeah, I kind of get them bringing in Grant and Sattler and that making sense, and then Malcolm is in there as well. Malcolm is pretty much his old self. I enjoyed that. No, like, iconic lines from this like you're gonna get from the original, which is, like, a bummer. But, you know, it's a Jurassic World movie, so it's not the masterpiece that is Jurassic Park. Sattler and Grant do get together in this, which we've been kind of hoping for a while. In the book, it would be weird because she's his student, but I think in the movie that's never really established. They're kind of separate characters doing their own thing. But they get together, so that's nice. They have a big kiss. Really exciting. Good to see Claire and Owen are still together through this whole thing. And I didn't mention the little clone girl because frankly she drives me kind of crazy. It's hard enough to watch stuff with teenagers in it when you're not a teenager anymore and you realize how annoying teenagers are. But also the whole idea that she's a clone was just really stupid to me. So that was a fault from Fallen Kingdom, which they decided to double down on in this movie. But yeah, what I take away from Jurassic World in general is that it's very much big monster franchise movie. I compared it to Godzilla. The human plot lines of Godzilla are so stupid that it's hard to follow, but when the big monsters are on screen, or the dinosaurs in this case are on screen, it's like A+, want to see more of that. So yeah, I think they just failed when they had a great concept right in front of them at the end of Fallen Kingdom that they could have dove into in this movie. They just chose not to. They chose to have a giant locust plot. Just not good, guys. Bad writing altogether. You could have wrapped up a franchise and had it been focused on the dinosaurs, but you chose not to, and that's not ideal. Focus on the dinosaurs. It's the Jurassic World franchise. Your whole thing is dinosaurs. Focus on the damn dinosaurs. And that is it. I'm not going to rant anymore about this movie, but that's my thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you hopefully on Wednesday, maybe on Monday. I'll see you next week with a new video. I've had a lot of videos this week, so I will see you next week, probably for Kenobi episode 5. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I already said all that. Oh my god. I'm so tired. Somebody help me. Alright, bye!